home. What's popping? We got 3 seconds. I think we're live. Yo, what is going on, LinkedIn? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? Go ahead and let me know where are you tuning in from. I'm in sunny West Palm Beach, Florida. So great to see you. Go ahead and make yourself at home. We're not going to be here too long because I got to get moving, aching in good old Florida. But today, for the midday motivational minute, episode number 36, episode number 124 total, we're going to be talking about chapter 7 from my book, Jolt. I got a copy right here. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know where you tuning in from. I also want to know today, what have you learned from your elders? And from those lessons that you learned from your elders, are you sharing it with others? I know that we say sharing is caring. What's going on, my IG folks? Great to see you. Nothing but love. I see my wife tuning in. I absolutely love it. But I want to know, and the chapter, Lessons from My Dad. I lost my dad 5.5 years ago. He passed away at the age of 60. I was so blessed to have learned so many lessons from my dad. And my goal is really to pass those along to others. I hope you can hear me. I got both microphones here. I got the gold mic. I got the black mic in my hand, trying to make it do what it do. Talked about this in my book. What was faith? Number one, having faith and trusting in God. Whatever you believe in, it's really having that spirituality. For me, it's trusting in God. Number two, it's the importance of family, making sure that family comes first and showing that love. We all talk about it. I just did a session yesterday and everyone talked about the importance of family. But when you honestly reflect, do your actions really back that up? Are you spending your time, your energy, your resources with your family? I love you, baby. Let me give a wave to my wife over here on IG. So glad that you tuned in. Number three, giving back to others, having that selflessness. Every day we have the opportunity. Beep, beep. Ooh, I guess we got some people tuning in. Great to see you. West Palm Beach, here we are. But being able to give back, being able to serve, being able to have that selflessness each and every day, that's something that we can control. And that's something that I learned from my pops that I try to pass along. He was a runner. He was a track star, long jumper, triple jumper. I'm trying to pass that baton on to each and every person that I touch, each and every person that I meet. Number four, he had a love for sports, love for competition. He was a long jumper, triple jumper at University of Maryland. Go Terps. Yeah, Terps in the house. And what I learned is that it is a game. And games are made to give your best to try to win. I remember we used to play Miss Pac-Man. And if anyone, I'm not great at everything, but I am a beast at Miss Pac-Man. You can check the receipts. But we used to compete on our little Atari. We had the Atari 4700. We used to compete. We used to keep high score, trying to beat each other's personal best. My mom, my dad, myself. I remember my dad bet me $20. I didn't even have $20. But I frozen over here. Can you hear me? You there? Oh, goodness. Facebook, YouTube. Oh, the Wi-Fi. I guess we're breaking the internet over here. So we'll get this thing moving. Number five, strong work ethic, working hard. Back in Maryland, it used to snow, and my mom would say, no, shorty, no, shorty. Don't worry about work. He'd be out there digging out of the snow just so he could go in the office, just so he could put in a solid day's work and make sure that he was being productive with his time, making sure he was taking advantage of the opportunity. Number six, dedication, determination, and perseverance. He came from the projects of Baltimore City, from the inner city of Baltimore, surrounded by crime, by violence. And he made it his mission that he was going to bust his behind. He was going to work hard, never give up, to make sure that he created a life that And lesson number 7, this realizes the lows, everything that we go through. It's our choice, the attitude that we exemplify. It's our choice, the perspective that we view things. I just had this conversation with my 8-year-old daughter, her little clay. She made these clay sculptures. And somehow they fell, they broke, and it's the end of the world. But I said, Lulu, in the words of James Babb, let's look for the good, the great, and the wonderful. We can choose to have a positive attitude and to learn from those examples, from life's examples. Also, some extras from my dad: genuine care for all. He really loved his fellow man and woman and showed that. He made it a point to get the most out of himself. And he served Department of Veterans Affairs, those veterans that sometimes were disabled. But essentially what he loved is seeing folks get the most out of their God-given talents and abilities. That's a great question. Abilities, especially for the underdog. He knew that he was the underdog coming out of Baltimore City, 5'7", and that's down and up, long jumper, triple jumper. His nickname was Shorty Long, but he loved cheering on underdog, the person that wasn't expected to do much, that wasn't expected to win. He said, hey, let's go ahead and do the daggone thing. So my question to you is, what are the top 7 life lessons that you've learned to date? I just shared some of the lessons that my pop shared with me. What are you learning each and every day? How are you proactively getting knowledge from your elders? There's so much knowledge from their experience, from their time on this earth, as well as really anyone around you. Your elders especially are wise, but you can learn from your colleagues. You can learn from your family. You can learn from colleagues from unconventional sources and resources. So my question is, are you continuously looking for and seeking out those learning opportunities? And then once you get that knowledge, we know that sharing is caring. Are you passing that along? So today's mantra, and then we're going to go take a look at the comments. Today's mantra is, I will take what I learned and what I've learned, and I'll make sure to pass that along to others so that they can thrive and that they can benefit. That's our mantra for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's make it a wonderful Wednesday. It's your choice. Let's see, who do we got tuned in? What's going on, Miss Carly P? To see you tuning in from Wilmington. Wham! Yeah. Love to hear it. Jennifer, J-Dub, what's going on? Jennifer Watkins. Hey, LL. Hey, Jennifer. Great to see you. Tuning in from Shelby, North Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Shelby has like a locomotive, a train museum. I think my son was 3, and my mother-in-law was in town from Argentina, and we took my son to the Thomas the Train exhibit, and I think that was in Shelby, North Kakalaki. What's going on, LB, my man Lou? How's the Wi-Fi? We're breaking the internet. Lou, I can't wait to catch up with you. And in less than 2 hours, Lou and I are going to catch up for a bite here in sunny West Palm. Yeah, they got me sweating over here, breaking the internet and breaking Larry Long Jr. What's going on, Brian? Great to see you in Orlando. In my Martin voice, what's up? I was just watching the Martin reunion. Love it. And I learned patience. Okay. Hey, Brian learned patience. I love it. That's something I'm working on, especially when I'm driving, because zoom. Patience is absolutely key. Brian, I appreciate you sharing that. Jennifer, woo, I love this. Let's see what Jennifer learned. My grandmother is 94, and absolutely, we can learn so much from them. Our elders and those that we surround ourselves with, we should be asking those questions so that we can obtain that knowledge, that wisdom that their years on this earth have. Now, that's a drop moment right there. Carly PB coming in with the mic drop moment. You only have one life to live. What are you going to do with this life that we have to live? What's going on, Squared, Mark Mosquito. Nothing like parental advice. Love this content today, brother. Preach, man. You inspire me more than you even know it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. I love it. Lou, can't wait to catch up with you. Yes, sir. In the words of Brian Owen, what's up? I used to love Martin Lawrence. I still love Martin Lawrence. That's my dog. Shanquella. I learned to close my mouth and keep my tongue to myself. Wow. Something is not to be spoken. From the man with multiple mics, that is such wise advice. Thank you for sharing. Just because we have the ability to speak doesn't mean that we should. And I love that learning. Thank you for sharing that with us, Shanquella, that sometimes we need to close our mouth and keep our tongues to ourselves and open up our ears. We've been blessed with 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. God had a plan. He wants us to listen. My theme for 2020, when we were in the pandemic, even though I had the microphones, my theme was shh, listen. Because when you listen, you can learn. And when you learn, you can earn. Thank you so much, Shanquella, coming in from Holly Springs, North Kakalaki. Truly appreciated. What is going on, Clint? Oh, the golf networker. What up, homie? LFG, let's freaking go. And I love that you put that because I'm about to go. I'm about to roll out, about to chuck up the deuces. But I do want to leave you with this. I want to first say thank you so much for taking time out of your world, but you're with me for tuning in. It is to inspire, and hopefully you walk away with a new perspective and taking new action. So go out there, ask the questions of your elders, of your community leaders, of your neighbors, your colleagues, your family, your friends, anybody, because you can learn. And make sure that when you learn, you pass those learnings on to others, because others, they need it. They need to hear that knowledge and wisdom that you have. Mark, love this. One of my favorites, a little humility goes a long way. No matter where you are in life, you always have something to learn. Then you have a responsibility to share what you've learned with others. Oh my goodness. That's a mic drop moment. Oh, that's a mic drop moment if I've ever seen. Thank you so much, Mark. Connecting with Shanquella, Holly Springs. Oh my goodness. It's such a small world. Don't get me singing. It's a small world after all. Yeah, I have y'all crying instead of laughing and smiling. But thank you, Clint. Hit them well. I certainly hope so. Going to be teeing it up, weather permitting, on Friday. Getting my Tiger Woods on down here in sunny West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. No good. Who knows all around the world? But just thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Shanquella. Going to keep going. Thank you for inspiring. And I just wish everyone, let's make today the best Wednesday ever. Let's make this week the most wonderful week ever. And let's make the rest of this year. Who would have thunk it? Who would have imagined that it's already September the 7th? Boy, time flies. It seems like kicking off 2022, asking what you're going to do in 2022. In no time, we're going to be asking who you're going to be in 2023. Think about it, my brothers and my sisters, and I'll talk to you next week. I'll see you on the flip side. Nothing but love for you. Lessons from my pops, lessons from my dad, passing that along. Hope you pass that along. Love you. Peace. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, IG, so much. Take care. Thank you, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Nothing but love. I'll see you next week. Peace.